Hello, everyone. So I'm just really setting up for 6 o'clock. So that's when this is due to go live. So I'm just setting up for the first. So yeah, just going to, if you can just bear with me, and me gawking at the screen, I know, but I'm just wanting to change that thumbnail. So if you can just bear with me for 1 second until I've set this up. This is the problem. It takes some kind of just a little tweak here and there once I start going live. Okay. Oh, got an itch. So let's have a look. Da, 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 da. Yeah, how are you guys doing? So this is going to be Fit for a King. Basically, is Charles fit to be a king? And this is your chance to voice your opinions on this. I think I watched something today. There was a debate on TV, and one of the callers to this TV show actually said, he didn't feel that these two were actually fit to be king or queen because they are both adulterers. Adulterers. Both. We're talking about a king. I mean, can they? Can they? Can he be a king if he's divorced? Or have they changed that part of the Bible or the I don't know what they call it, the rules? Have they changed the rules there to suit Charles? Have they changed the rules to actually suit Charles so he can marry this woman? But they were both adulterers. Where is this moral, really? I mean, the crown is supposed to be the head of the church. What's your thoughts on this? Because that kind of made me think, really, actually made me think, how do people feel about this? How do they feel about, uh, about this? Hi there, hello there, Rachel. Hi there. I'm not sure if I'm going to get many people on here live. They're not the most favourable couple, are they? I doubt if, we're going to get absolutely inundated with viewers because I don't feel these two are as that popular as what they're making out to be. Now, in this village where I am at the moment, and the pubs have all put flags out, and I was walking past these village pubs, and they've all got their flags out, and God save the king, and all this is going on, and I thought the way that I feel. I shouldn't share my personal views. But I just feel, I feel still hurt by what happened to Princess Diana. And people say, oh, you're not still going on about that, are you? But I don't feel anything like what they expect people to die and just forget about it, another era. People will just forget about it. I don't feel that many people have forgotten what these two people did. Um, they both cheated on their partners. I don't know where the law, if anybody knows about the law of to become king, the head of the church, and to be divorced and be an adulterer, to be adulterous. Is that okay? Is that okay for this, knowing what kind of happened here? I'd like to know your comments in the chat section if you are interested in this. So while we're waiting for people to come, like I said, I don't feel this is a very popular subject, so I doubt if people will actually. I'll be shocked if we get a lot of people for this. In all honesty, I will be shocked. And am I going to be the first person to voice this? A week before the coronation, am I going to be the first person to say, is this right? Without creating problems here. And I did do a reading on these two, how Charles is feeling, how Camilla is feeling, and I do get like this feeling of apprehension of actually being crowned here, king and queen. Do they expect us all to forget about what happened to Princess Diana? Are we expected, am I the only person that's saying this? Do they expect us to just forget about what happened to Princess Diana? The accident, the so-called accident. A lot of people thought that accident was not an accident. A lot of people thought that accident was staged or arranged. But I'm just saying that a lot of people thought that this was arranged so these two guys could get married. So that Charles could actually be free to marry Camilla. And I watched this program this morning, and a guy rang up the program and said, we haven't forgotten. We've not forgotten about Diana, how she was treated like some birthing cow, and till Charles got his heirs, and then was disposed of. So I don't know what's your thoughts on this. Please, if you haven't come on live here, please put comments in the comment section below what you feel about these two. I've got mixed feelings. In fact, me personally, I just and we've got to do this oath. Apparently, we all have to do this oath together that we are going to serve the king and the queen. I must admit, am I the only person that's thinking this right now? That people, if this happened in our families, we'd not forget this, would we? We'd not forget something like this if this happened in our own family, surely. We say, well, we know what you like. We know what you like, really. We know what you've got up to behind the scenes, and then people will say, yeah, well, Prince Charles was forced to marry a virgin, and well, why didn't he just say no? Why didn't he just say no? I'm not going to use somebody just to be a birthing cow to have my heirs. Has he not got principles? That there's all this kind of. Hi everyone, thank you for coming. Hi Rachel, thank you for being the only person to comment. But let's have a look. He's a transitional king. I feel he won't be king for long. Actually, I did do a reading on that. and I did pick up that he's not going to reign too long because people are not going to like him, and that there's still this kind of bad taste in the mouth about what they did to Diana. Um, they were sneaking around behind the back of Diana, and Diana was actually saying there's three of us in this marriage. Not only that, is this not disrespect to his sons? Is this not disrespect to his sons? Um, okay, so sorry, I got a message there, sorry. So Rachel, you're saying he's a transitional king. So if he's a transitional king, why doesn't he have the decency to stand aside and let his son actually become king after how he's disgraced and embarrassed the royal family by carrying on with this sexual affair here? Because that's the way that I see this. There seems to be like no boundaries, and there seems to be like entitlement here. Not caring for how you're going to damage your sons. Your sons are still alive, and yet your sons, one of them hates him, Harry. He wants nothing to do with him. And then we get William, which is like a very difficult relationship anyway. What sort of a relationship is Charles going to have with his grandkids? Is he going to be choosy about what grandkids is going to be welcome in his home? So it's okay saying that, is it a transitional? Why not step down? Why not say that what I've done is disgraceful and it's not honourable to the crown and it's embarrassing to my children. So I am going to step aside here and allow my son to actually become king and Kate to become queen. Why not do that? Why not do the decent thing? People would see this as like, okay, so he's acknowledging that he's not been a great father and he's not actually been a great husband to the mother of his children. So he's doing the decent thing by stepping down and allowing somebody who does live with decent morals, like his son William, who has been loyal to Kate and his children, and has not kind of humiliated his family. So is it a transitional? Is it a transitional? He is a transitional king. I feel he won't be. Well, I don't feel that people will like them. I don't feel that people will like them. And eventually he's going to realize this. I feel eventually, when it's too late in the day, he's going to step aside and actually allow William to become king. I feel he's going to step aside after he's tried it out. Oh, it's like, well, let me try this out first to see if I'm going to be loved as a king. I've waited so long. So it's like he's testing the British public, because what's so sickening about this is the UK, and this is what I don't like about England and the UK. Any damn excuse for a party, any damn excuse for a party. It's like any damn excuse for a party at the pub. And when I walk past the pub today, it's like it's all it's got all these flags on it, and it's like celebrate our. So are they saying that we believe in Charles becoming king because they've strewn up all these flags and pictures of the king? Or is it because they're going to get some punters coming in, any excuse for a party to get drunk? Any excuse for a party. You know what? This is what I don't like about England. It's just any excuse for a tacky, superficial party. We may not believe in it. We may not believe in it, but you know, we'll have a party anyway. I mean, it was like Prince Harry and Meghan. He'd not known her 5 minutes and they were getting married. He'd only known her 18 months and this big, great big royal wedding. Any excuse for a party, you know, any excuse for a stupid party in the local pub, you know, village pub, knees up. I mean, I think a lot of people who are going to these parties are going to say, do I really believe in this, or am I just going with the what because everybody else is celebrating? Um, or do people have such a short memory and say, you know, people say, oh, you know, that's the past, and you know, we should forget about that because Prince Charles has done a lot of good things and he's made up for his mistakes here. It's made up for the cheating and the adultery and, you know, the accident. He's made up for all of that. It's made up for accusing his son of being James Hewitt's son. You know, you're not my son. Um, and being cruel to his sons. So thank you, Rachel. Hello, Angela. Thank you for your comments. So I don't know, is it just me that's thinking this, or is it just me that's anti kind of establishment, or is it just me that's anti kind of to this marriage? Is it me that's just anti for these two to become king and queen? I must admit I was a big follower of Princess Diana. I really did think she was amazing. The work that she did, but you know, shock horror with the way she was treated. And you feel, Rachel, I feel he's apprehensive about the coronation. I picked that up on a reading actually. He's apprehensive. People don't forget, you know, people don't forget this, what's behind me. They don't forget this affair, you know, this entitlement that I can see, I can sleep with, and I can see with anybody that I want. That's okay. That's okay. I'm entitled to do so. No, the people will not forget about Princess Diana. I feel this whole thing, I feel that this coronation myself, energies that I pick up here will be sickening to watch. That's the way I see it. It will be sickening to watch. And people that I've spoken to and said, are you going to watch the coronation? And some of them quite elderly people, and some of the reactions that I got, are you going to watch the coronation on TV? And this elderly lady said to me, you know what, I couldn't be bothered with it. I'm not a royalist and I can't be bothered with it. I not really. I might watch it on TV, but that, you know, and I feel to watch that on TV, people are going to feel sick to the stomach watching those two become king and queen. Why not? Why create that in people? You know, we've not forgotten. We've not forgotten about Diana. We've not forgotten about Diana. What makes them feel that they're entitled to become king and queen? I just feel it may actually upset some people that to actually, you know, Diana lovers and his sons, Harry and William, may actually feel quite upset by watching this, that, you know, shouldn't it have been our mother that was crowned queen. And I feel this may upset people. Why not step aside and say, you know, we don't want to split the country. We don't want to split the country in people that support, you know, why do that? Why do that? Because people who support Princess Diana and her legacy, why actually split the country on a day like this when we're forced to celebrate? We're forced to celebrate it. You know, I can imagine a lot of these elderly people in these nursing homes saying, I'm not really interested in celebrating. Well, do you want would you like a salmon and cucumber sandwich? You know, come on, join in the festive fun. And people just don't believe in it. They don't want to see it. And if I was an elderly person and I was forced to watch something like this, and I really loved Princess Diana 30 years ago, I think that I would be disappointed being forced to celebrate this, being forced to have a tea party to celebrate this. Let's have a cake. Let's wear a crown. Let's wear party hats, you know. I mean, what's your thoughts on this? Do you feel that we should celebrate this? What's your thoughts on this? Let's have a look here. I didn't think that I would get many people coming. Actually, I didn't think that I would get many people live wanting to look at this because nobody knows what to think about it. Think, well, I'm not really sure what to think about. Actually, that subject is boring because these two here are boring, basically. They're boring. They're adulterers and they're boring. Okay. And who wants to celebrate two adulterers? You know, it's food for thought, really. And Rachel, thank you for your comments, Rachel. That's amazing that you've made those comments. It's very supportive of you. Thank you. Can't see them being totally accepted, to be honest. I can't. I don't feel that 100% of people are going to support these two. There's going to be, I feel 30% of population of the world is going to maybe support these two. The 70% are going to be, I'm not sure if what I'm supposed to feel here. I certainly don't want to celebrate this. Yeah, so I did a reading, I think a year ago, and I said that he would step down eventually because he's going to realise that there's a bad taste here in people's mouths to adulterers. I mean, they're going to say, God, we're being accused of being adulterers. You know, how can we sit there with a crown on when we both committed adultery? Is that a religious thing to do? Is the Church of England actually going to accept that now? The way I'm dreading this day, actually. I'm dreading this day. I may not even watch it. I may, not that I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of Princess Diana. I felt really sad I was in tears on the day that she passed. People don't forget things like that. You know, wondering if this was an accident or was this something that was actually arranged? And we're still thinking about that, not just in the UK, but the whole world are actually thinking this. What right do they have to sit there and be, you know, that makes them very entitled. Do they feel that the whole world has just forgotten about what happened? Um, so Angela, hello Angela. Hello Julie. Hi there. I think Angela says, I think previous monarchs have behaved much worse. I'm not saying that they have done it right, but we've had worse. Well, I suppose you could. I'm sorry, Angela, but I suppose you could use that excuse. When we went back years ago to Henry VIII, who actually beheaded all of his wives because he wanted to. He was, attracted to another female, so he had his previous wife because she couldn't bear his children. You could go back to that. You could go back to that, but I'm talking about 2023. 2023, it's a different era. Julie, lots of people struggling financially, and these adulterous pensioners. Wow. Camilla and Charles, you're adulterous pensioners. How does that feel? How does that feel that your people are calling you adulterous pensioners? How does that make you feel? Costing us millions. That's a poignant thing to actually think about here. So nobody is committing, apart from Rachel is saying, Angela says that, it's people have acted worse in the past. Acted worse in what sense? I mean, we had Edward and Mrs. Simpson, who he abdicated from the throne to be with the woman that he loved, American divorcee. He gave up the throne to be with the woman that he loves. Charles does not want to do that. Charles does not want to give up the throne to actually be with this woman. He wants to crown her queen. And the only way that they could do that if Diana was out of the way. We can do anything that we like because we are royal. We can behave in any way that we wish because we're entitled. We are royal. In fact, we own most of UK. We own England. We can do what we want. I reign this country. I can do what I want. I am the king. So another, for instance, like I've said, Henry VIII, but we're going back to, we're going back to the medieval times, we're going back to times where people were beheaded. Things have been worse in the past. Also better, because look at Queen Elizabeth was very, very loyal to her duties. I mean, there's no way she would have divorced or had an affair publicly. And she was she was very staunch kind of leader of the church. I mean, being the head of the church, the monarch is the head of the church. I know that the Bible that they kissed the Bible when they, on the coronation day, that has been reworded to bring it up today. I wonder if it's been reworded to say that it's okay to be adulterous. It's okay to be divorced. Has that wording been changed for this monarch? So, it's everybody's to their own. Hello, Paula. Hello there. He shouldn't have been pushed to marry Diana because of the need for an heir. He could have said no. He should have been more strong-minded. Yeah, I do. I feel that he's quite weak, isn't he? I think he's going to be a weak monarch. And JJ Kane, yes, Diana, God bless her, those poor boys. Actually, yeah, I actually feel sorry. I mean, if we're feeling like this, how is Harry and William going to be feeling watching this woman get crowned queen? What are they going to be thinking deep down? They loved and adored their mother. They've got pictures in their homes of Diana. I'm sure while they're watching, well, they'll actually be present at the coronation, I guess. They won't be at home watching it on the TV as well as looking at looking at the photographs of their mother. But that's going to make it worse in a way. They're going to be sat there and they're going to watch it. They're going to be forced to watch it. What are they going to be thinking? I feel it's cruel. I do. I feel it's cruel to those boys. Does Camilla mean that much to Charles that he would do that? Why not do the decent thing and just step aside and allow William to be king? Why not do the decent thing? So anyway, guys, thank you for coming. And yeah, we've got a few comments here. I didn't expect to get an absolute, exodus of people wanting to comment on this because this is how popular they are. They're not that popular, are they? If they were so popular, I think I'd get quite a few people on the live here, but they're not popular. People are going to see this and say, oh, I'm not even going to bother going on there. I'm really not interested in this. This just proves how many people are interested in this. So what I'm going to conclude with this is the UK is an excuse, and I felt this with Harry and Meghan's wedding. I felt any excuse for a party. It doesn't matter who it is. We're gonna, any excuse to have a drink, some cake and sandwiches. It doesn't matter what it's about. That's highlighting how shallow the country that I live in is. Any excuse for a party and getting drunk. I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm pretty disappointed about all of this. I actually feel that people are not bothered about it, to be honest. I'm not just saying that because I'm not. I just feel the energies around this is like people just don't want to know that. I'm not bothered about a live about these two adulterers, really. And I think that's what people think. I'm not going to get many people from this. Yeah, a lot of pressure. They're both getting on a bit. Yeah, I totally agree with you with JJ Kane. It's sad, and I don't feel they deserve to be. I don't feel that they deserve to be. I don't. I feel I'm not the only person feeling this. I feel there's many people out there that are feeling this. We're not going to forget about Princess Diana. What makes you think that we're going to forget about her? And what about your sons? What about Harry and William? I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you for coming to the live. I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't think I was doing it to get any monetization from this, because I don't feel they're that popular, and this just proves that they're not popular. There's hardly nobody on this live show. So I'm going to go. So thank you for coming, and I will see you soon. Okay, and bye for now. Lots of love.